Late? I'm not late. It's like right 11:30. Hi, Pearly. Hi, hi, Rich. Um, who else is in there? I gotta probably change this thing so I'm not looking at right at the sun is coming on the other side. Hi, Alicia. How are you? Hope everyone is doing well. Hi, Karen. How are you? It's just right at 11:30. My phone says 11:30, y'all. You guys are criticizing me. So, how's everyone doing? What's everyone wearing? Should we put glasses on? Or no? No. Let's just put in here glasses and then talk to you guys. Can you hear me, guys? The voice is okay? Not too loud? See my lilac bushes? So my lilac bushes? I love them very much. They just came in bloom actually quite late this year. Like lilacs everywhere in the city have been out. But my lilacs almost there at the end of their season. My lilacs are late bloomers, like myself probably. So there we go. I have my beautiful lilacs. These are lilac bushes. Toronto lilacs are different. They were all in flowers. Oh, they smell so good. But they're like falling off. See, like, just very quickly falling off. So I might be end of the season for them. So I know. I know, right? Like what the hell, guys? They never bloomed, and then all of a sudden, I came back from Toronto and they had bloomed, and now it's I don't think they're gonna last that long. Hi, Lily. You made it. Yes, yes, yes. So, what are we wearing? What are you guys wearing? What's your scent of the day? How's everyone doing? Let me know. I'm hoping that's not my munchkins back home. It's the neighbor's kid, but hi, Deshaun. How are you? Yes, we are outside and it's quite windy. I hope that the noise is not too distracting from the wind. It's quite windy today and I really like it because it's warm, like probably 26, 27 degrees, but it's windy, so that's great. 19 Poudre, yes! Scent of the day was Rose de Jamal. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance, I think. I smelled it. Actually, Delise is gonna send me. Oh, I'm just gonna send him a label. So he wants to. He is going to send me his sample pack. So I want to do a. I want to do a kind of a little bit more detailed review of it. Ah, so windy. Oh, that's all right. My tester strips, please don't fall. Don't run away, please. Okay. So, it's so smoky outside. Yes, yes, yes. Unfortunately, there are wildfires in Manitoba, and some of it is kind of blowing over, like wherever wind goes. Sometimes to Quebec. Usually, actually, wildfires are in Alberta for us, and we get smoky from them. But this year, unfortunately, was quite what hot in here. So at some points, it ended up being too dry. I like Gris Dior. They're actually a difference from Montaigne. Yes, that's what we're here to find out. Please subscribe, guys. And I got a new subscriber. Oh, and I can't even say the name. Saskatchewan here. What a fetching background. Fetching. Does that mean appealing? I don't know. Anyways, so we are here today. Please like the stream, subscribe if you haven't. All those nice things. We're gonna review. So I have Gris Dior here. How do I, like, can I mirror this so it's kind of shows properly? I don't know. I don't know if I can. Okay. So there's Gris Dior. You look like a bottle of Honor Woman. Funny that you'd say that, Dushan, because Honor Woman was the one that I got a sample of it and was one of those little dabbers, and it ended up exploding in my hand when I was opening it up. And I must be allergic to something in that fragrance, in the Honor, that I started sneezing and it didn't stop. So, what the Lily, are you, what's happening? Duck is timing out Lily. Anyways, so this is the Gris Dior, and we want to talk about Gris Dior and the comparison with the Hi from Brazil. Hi. I don't know how you say hi in Portuguese, but anyways, hi. And the comparison from its predecessor, is that how you say it? Gris Montaigne. So Gris Dior, I've had it for a long time. It's actually one of my first Diors that I've ever got, and it's probably one of the first few Dior Privé bottles that I've ever had, and that kind of like the rose patchouli combo really appeals to me. So I ended up getting, hi cool kid, I ended up getting a bottle of it. I've had multiple bottles of Gris Dior. I've gone through, God, it must be like with decanting and use, like I've gone through probably 250 ml, and oh my God, and a 125 ml. So hi Erin, how are you? Yes, you're back. So this is, I don't know what year this specific one is. I feel this should be 2023, so it's like fairly recent. If you've had the older bottles, like the there's a special release bottle of this one of Gris Dior that is like checkered on the bottle. That's really nice. So, oh my God, what's happening here, guys? The chat has that deranged quality, as some wise duck would say. Okay, so this version of Gris Dior is, I think, this iPad is not mine, it's the kids' iPad. And the only purpose of it is to log to their math app that you can't access anywhere but on iPad, which gonna really piss me off. So I have to buy an iPad for the kids. So I'm not really familiar with how it functions, but anyway. Have you got Gris Montaigne? Yes. Next I'm gonna talk about that. So Gris Dior is a 2017 launch, and the François Demachy, so I guess in that year they changed. So you see with Gris Dior, it usually should be like that, C and D together, because that's before, so the older bottles of Dior have the C and D separate in the cap. But if you see a Gris Dior, I think it should be always attached because it's kind of later in 2017. Maybe the first edition wasn't, but I'm not sure. So this is a François Demachy fragrance, and the notes are oak moss, rose, patchouli, bergamot, amber, cedar, and sandalwood. So I need to order some more test strips because this situation that I split a test strip in two isn't really looking very professional. But anyways, we shall go ahead by that. Oh great, y'all just delete each other's messages. Fight. You guys start the day like my kids start the day. So there we go. Such a, like a, was it less money for etching to combine the letters, or were they going after CC look? I'm not sure. I don't know if we will ever know. So, well, I mean, the CC has, I don't know if after certain recent developments in fragrance world, would CC be proud of being a CC, if you know what I mean. But anyways, what I'm getting mostly from this is the patchouli and rose combo, and that has that little kind of like a sparkling opening from the bergamot. There is oak moss, but oak moss is, it's probably kind of really toned down. It's not like a oak moss dominant fragrance. Yeah, I know. Look at that. Like, look, I just put the bottle with the lilacs. Maybe I'll take a picture after that. But anyways, like, he has a good eye. Maybe I should take a picture after that, even though it doesn't have any lilacs. But what I'm getting the most from it is the rose patchouli, that kind of magical combo. Like, I love rose patchouli. I think the patchouli makes rose so sexy and so appealing and so kind of not mature, but complex enough for me to like it, and differentiates it from something like let's say Delina or anything like that. I know some of you guys like Delina. Sorry, I'm not really a big fan of Delina, so don't hate me for that. The color of green, yeah, oh, that is the one. Ortega, who's even Ortega? I don't even know who that is, but it is beautiful. Like, this is absolutely gorgeous. Like, to me, this is epitome of femininity, but I know a lot of people, like a lot of guys wear it. So it's metallic too, if I remember right, or is that just a modern? I know what you mean, but I don't think that is the metallic. I'm actually, that's the oak moss you're talking about. Like, that's what I'm getting in here. Jenna Ortega, the woman who plays Wednesday. I don't know. Like, you know, how long has it been since I watched a TV show? It's probably has been like a real TV show. It's been, yeah, like good at 8 years. Thank you. Hi, turn down. This is beautiful. To me, it lasts all day. It's an easy fragrance. I wouldn't wear it to this office at all. Like, it's kind of a little bit too much for work that I do. I think the patchouli and rose is very noticeable. I would say, if you know, that might not be perceived well at work, but it's like, you know, if you want to, you know, wear it to a party, you can wear it during the day if you want. It's just, to my work, is not very conducive. So, but absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. I love the bottle. I love the color of it too. Where did my lilacs go? But I think, like, here, when you put a little bit of lilacs just beside it, doop, see how beautiful that is. I'm gonna take a picture, definitely gonna take a picture with that afterwards. So there is that. So that is, so beautiful. I'm smelling my lilac. Love lilacs. So then I had been on a hunt for Gris Montaigne, that was the predecessor of Gris Dior, for a long time. But unfortunately, all the Gris Montaigne that would come to the market, it was ridiculous pricing, and I was never able to, like, convince myself to spend the money on it, even though in other things I have convinced myself to do it. But this one, I was like, I don't know. So, but one of the really good sellers, like, she is absolutely awesome, and she has a really gorgeous collection and she lives in between Montreal and US. Her name is Tara, not my Tara from Minneapolis. This is Tara from, I think she lives in between Cali and Montreal, and she purged, like, I'm telling you all, like, purged a big time a while ago, and she had this for sale. It was a really good price, so I reached out to her, asked her, and I ended up getting a bottle of the Gris Montaigne. Montaigne. I wonder what the little blurb is about the fragrance. So this is a 2013 launch. So when you look at the bottle, if it is the Gris Montaigne, should come like that, C and D separate. And there are some added notes here that it wasn't in the original. So I don't know how accurate is the Fragrantica for the not original. Original is this for Gris Dior, but there are some notes that is missing in the Gris Dior that is here. So looking at the notes in here, what I have, so in the top they mentioned grapefruit here and bergamot. In the mid is rose, strawberry, jasmine, orange blossom, and ylang ylang. So we didn't have orange blossom, ylang ylang, even jasmine or strawberry in the mid in the Gris Dior. Hi, not in the know. Nice location. Thank you. This is my backyard. Thank you very much. I'm here in Canada. And the base notes are patchouli, oak moss, sandalwood, amber, cedar, white musk. So I think it was all of those were present in Gris Dior, but not in Gris Montaigne. So now, it doesn't say about it doesn't talk about the blurb about the fragrance, but let's see what do they say about Gris Dior in the, oh, it's great. How do we get to the top of this one. Do they have any descriptions for Gris Dior? There's no blurb about Gris Dior. Wonder what the inspiration of the fragrance came with the name, like a Gris Montaigne. Dior. Let's see. I can't get it here. Stay strong, Canada. We do stay strong, but it's a lot of wildfires here these days. It's not very good. So, Dior, on the Dior website, come on, internet. Let's go. So on the Dior website, talks about, by the way, they have changed the format of the bottles. They are coming in 250 mls rather than 200 mls. No, they're coming in 200 mls, not the 250 mls. They've changed it, and they also come in the 50 mls rather than the previous 40 mls. You could do an engraving on the bottle for $10 extra Canadian. The 50 ml is 280 Canadian. 100 ml is, yikes, 420 Canadian, and 200 ml is a whopping, where did it go? A whopping 585 Canadian dollars. Y'all, when I started, I think the 250 ml was at 400 retail, 400 something retail, and like, it's just ridiculous. Over the last few years, it's the price, how much the price have gone up. Now with the oh, interesting. So with the 200 mls, you could order a couture cap. Sorry, this is a little bit dirty. You can order a couture cap like that, and that would be additional $69 or something. Don't ask me why 69, but anyways. Dior was being naughty. And then you can have engraving with it as well. So there is that. And then let's go back, if I can go back to the blurb of the fragrance. That's talking about is an olfactory enigma that forms an invisible whole, a reflection of its namesake color. Like Chypre rosy pleats, Gris Dior unfolds its different floral and woody facets in turn. A sensation of fullness and volume thus created. A unisex, I'm calling it unisex a little bit too much. Silhouette with multiple factory hues that come together in a mysterious Chypre trail, punctuated with notes of citrus, rose, violet, and then oak moss. Violet. A unisex eau de parfum that plays with a contrast. Gris Dior reveals the boldest nuances of those who wear it. Regal fragrance, scent of elegance, which the color gray represents at Dior. It encapsulates the spirit of the house and stands today as the icon of La Collection Privée, Christian Dior. All right, you told me nothing. That is fine. Looks like a sock for the cap. Yeah, so there's that Gris Montaigne. I wanted a story, like I want to tell me something about the fragrance that, I don't know, that inspired you to make this, but none of that. And then, so with that, the Gris Montaigne there. Yeah, there's a noticeable difference in the opening. This is a lot more, like this is a little bit more mature. Not, I don't want to call it mature, but this is a more sophisticated sister of Gris Dior. A lot more woody. There's something creamy in the opening, which I'm not, maybe that's ylang ylang. Like the citruses in the top, it's not just a bergamot sparkling and sharp. It's a lot more juicy, if I would call it. And there is that creaminess. Maybe that's ylang and white musk that's coming through. I don't smell strawberries in this one, to be honest. Orange blossom came for like 3 seconds and then disappeared. No, as it kind of goes on, it becomes a little bit more similar. Now I wonder what would be the difference of this on the skin. Like if I wear it on the skin, would I notice any difference? Maybe, maybe not. Guys, please like the stream, subscribe if you haven't, all those like nice things, and push the notification button. So very close. I will say, as like the first, I don't know, 30 seconds goes by, it becomes much closer. I would say this is a little bit more in your face than this one of Gris Montaigne. I would say this I could maybe pull it off at work, but it's not really Gris Dior. I think it's a little too much for work. I wonder if there's a difference in the concentration in these two fragrances, because this, almost I can bet my money that this is a more concentrated, the Gris Montaigne, than comparing to the Gris Dior. Now I would have loved to have the Gris Dior Spirit to compare those two, like that one too, but I didn't end up getting it for a variety of reasons. But if I get my hand on it, I'll do a comparison video between the three of them, because I'm hearing that Gris Dior Spirit is more like Gris Montaigne. I don't know, but that one is also like, what, it's, I don't know what the money is for that one, but I think it is quite expensive. I know I was selling some of it for $300 for 200 US for 80 ml, but I know that's more than that for the Spirit. So Gris Dior Spirit, let's see, Dior Spirit. Is it not on Fragrantica? That would be surprising. Well, because I did not spell it properly, but anyways, let's see. Esprit de Parfum. Okay, so the Esprit de Parfum has much less notes than both of them. So Esprit de Parfum, it only mentions Rose de Bulgare, Cedre Atlas. This is the French version of Fragrantica, Patchouli and Amber. That's all. Interesting. So they're on much, like, wait, what is it? There must be some sort of citrus for the opening notes, because rose can be an opening note. It's kind of weird. But anyway. Yes, it is windy. Windy, windy, windy. So, and then what I did, I hope you guys can hear me well. If you don't, just let me know. So what I did spray it on the pre-spray blotters, like both of them. I wanted to know if I can differentiate between Gris Dior and Gris Montaigne. And I have put numbers in here on the other side, so I'm not looking at it. So I want to see if I know which one is which. All right. Hi, Sarah. Bye. Well, no, we're gonna, okay. Let's put a number for this one. Okay. Honestly, I think these are like 99% similar, Gris Montaigne and Gris Dior. This is Gris Montaigne, and I looked at the number. It is the Gris Montaigne, is the number one. It has that kind of little bit of a touch of creaminess in it than that the Gris Dior doesn't, but in dry down is really, really, they are really close to each other. So would I pay twice as much to get, Gris Montaigne? Probably not. Am I happy with the price that I paid? Yes, because it was basically the price of, basically it was the retail price of a regular, like a Gris Dior. So I mean, I think that's fair, but would I pay any more than that? Most likely not. So that was it in terms of the comparison. let me know, guys, what you think of them. If you have tried both of them, I will probably have to. I will put this Gris Montaigne also in the in my decant list, so I can get some samples out. I will never go through 250 ml of it. I also have another fragrance that I want to talk about. This is kind of like an unboxing, maybe a bonus. A while ago, when I was at the Essence, I ended up getting a bottle of Affinessence Cedre Iris. No, I didn't get the bottle there. I smelled the sample there at the Essence, and they talked about the fragrance. I think I have an interview video of that in there. But then I came back home and I kept thinking about it, and it popped up in, I think, most likely was. I want to say it was probably Fragrance Net. So, and I ended up getting a bottle of Affinessence Cedre Iris, and I got it recently. So let's, yes, this is Affinessence Cedre Iris. Well, from Affinessence I had Santal Basmati and I had Mini Benjamin. I may have sold both, or may have only Vinny Benjamin. I'm not sure. Yes, I do still like Queer Concoma, but it's not Curcuma, but it's not really, not a summery fragrance, so I'm not wearing it quite often. But when it comes to wintertime, I'm sure I'm going to be using a lot of it. So there is that. So let's open this one. So Affinessence ones, they come in. Look at that. What? Why is this at $300 on Perfume Online? That's pretty much just retail price. The fuck? Okay. I did not buy it for that price. What did I buy it for? Hold on. I don't know. I was not that price. If it was anything, probably close to $200. It wasn't more than that. I don't think I paid that much for it. Yes, Cedre Iris. So Affinessence had two kind of presentation. They have regular presentations of their fragrances, and then they have this luxury presentation that there's in the nice box. I don't know if this is that box, because that box is quite heavy. So I don't know if this is probably not that one. Or maybe the one on Perfume Online it is. Oh, okay. I got what you said. So yeah, and there's on Fragrance Net, it's $215. And probably this is at the luxury set. It doesn't say that, they don't have the description of it, why it's so expensive, but it is in that. So let's open this up and see what it is about. I don't think this is in that box, because that's giant box and it's quite heavy. I know I had it for the either Santal or Vinny Benjamin. I'm not 100% sure. So there's that. Let's put it in there. And yeah, no, it's not that presentation. So it comes in a regular presentation like this. I'm not really a presentation person. I don't know why would you care about the box of your fragrance, unless that you're like displaying it with the boxes, like some people do. I think Redolescence, Steven does that from the Redolescence. But anyways, so there's that. And let's see, so the bottle design is quite simple like that. Where did I put it? So what year this was? I think this is new. No, it's not new. It's a 2015 fragrance, and the nose behind it is Nicholas Bonville. Nicholas Bonville, and talks about Affinessence chose 3 types of cedar to embody the fragrance Cedre Iris, and blend them with vibrant Toscana Iris Absolute or Iris Pallida, the most precious one on the market. The blend of the natural essence of Virginia cedar, Moroccan Atlas cedar, and Texas cedar is in perfect harmony with drops of benzoin, myrrh, softening the woody powdery blend. While Gaiac would support it, the incense contributes to unique electricity and charge of emotions. The perfumer signing this creation is Nicholas Bonville. Nice. I've never heard of his name. I don't know what he made, but hi Nina, how are you? The notes are, so Nina, we're talking about Affinessence Cedre Gris. We just compared the Gris Montaigne and the Gris Dior. And the notes are Tuscan iris, Virginian cedar, Texas cedar, Atlas cedar, benzoin, marigolic wood, and incense. Let's see. Yes, it is my backyard, Nina. And these are my lilacs. Actually, look, my nail polish, the flowers, and the bottle match. I absolutely have to take a picture of all of that. Or maybe capture all of that in essence. Anyway. So let's see, what is this about? Ooh. I like it. I know I liked it because I had tried it before. But this is the kind of iris that is waxy lipstick iris rather than, so I want to differentiate between lipstick iris and makeup iris when it's used in, like, let's say blushes and things like that. That's more kind of more like Lane, I'll get to you in a second. That's more like more powdery to me, but this is, oh, so waxy and beautiful. I love that. I find something very sexy about it. Oh, and there's that kind of, obviously the something is peeking through. It's probably cedar. I probably will not be able to make a, you know, distinction between Virginian cedar, Texas cedar, or Atlas cedar, but there's something woody coming through. There's a touch of sweetness in there, but kind of a little bit more depth. That's probably is benzoin coming out. Not getting the smokiness yet. Maybe that will come out as the fragrance dries down. Guys, me likey. I like this one. This is very sophisticated. I feel like it would be beautiful for like a formal wear, or if you even want to wear it to office, it would be totally non-offensive. It's absolutely gorgeous. As a matter of fact, let's go crazy with it. I don't know. I don't count sprays, guys. Don't judge me. I do like I do like Missia. Missia is a little bit. There's something about Missia that is sharp. I don't know how can I. Yeah, it's quite unisex. Probably, I would say, it's quite unisex. Missia is. There's something sharp about Missia. Missia is that girl with the attitude. Hi Tony, how are you? And you thought you overspray? I'm sorry, I don't count. I don't know. You asked me how many sprays you have. I might say 2, but that's how I do it most of the time. But this one isn't. This one is quite like sophisticated. You know, not too much, but there's a depth to it. That's beautiful. So Lane asked me, do I have any perfume that smells like, it smells like lilacs behind you? The lilacs behind me. Yes, I do. And I just recently got a sample of Unui Nomad Love at First Scent. Love at First Sight. If you have not tried that one, Unui Nomad, it's quite reasonable pricing. It's and it's such a joyful, beautiful lilac fragrance that I've never ever had. Like, my go-to lilac room spray is the Pacifica French lilac. That smells very close to lilac flowers, but this one, Une Nomade Love at First Sight, has passion fruit and lilacs, and it's just amazing. That passion fruit really balanced out you know, some of the nuances of lilac that makes it like a room spray, but it's still very, very much lilac. He says it feel like, who? What? What? What's happening here? Speaking about Iris, I should wear DHI for the party tonight. Yes, yes, yes. DHI is gorgeous. Glassroom perfume, cognac, lilac fumes. Was that a word salad? I don't know what you said. He says it feels like heaven to him. Who said heaven to who? That's piece of spray. Do you have Le Mal en passant? I did have en passant. En passant is not good for my personality. I don't think it matches my personality. En passant is for, I mean, somebody who is quite younger than me, and also very kind of cute and bubbly personality. I don't think it's en passant is for me, and I'm not that. Just got a bunch of lilac samples from Lucky Scent. Oh, really? What did you get? That's Big Sprays, Pearly. Yes, yes, yes. Any experience with Ideal from Guerlain? No, and the only reason that I have not gotten Ideal because I watched Thierry Wasser talking about how he doesn't like Ideal at all. He has created a fragrance that he doesn't like, and that's not his favorite fragrance. So just for that reason, I don't know. And a perfumer doesn't like the perfume that they have created. I don't know if I have any desire to try it. This is ridiculous. Like, and why? Like, but for me, perfume is more than just the smell. For me, perfume, when I'm wearing it, even though it might not make any difference in the smell, is the passion and the work that someone has put to it, the history of it, the you know, I'm in my head a lot. Like, I don't know if you guys are like that, but I am not saying that I'm, but in my head, I like to live the fantasies of things. Like, for example, like wearing Shalimar, thinking that, you know, I'm like a princess and somebody made this fragrance for me. It's kind of nice, like, you know, just to go into that moment. Like, I was like that ever since I was a little kid. Like, there are pictures of me acting out movies, like dressing up, trying to like dress up movie, like the movie, and just acting like that. I was in my head, like I was right there and then, right? So I do still, like, perfumes are like, some perfumes are much more like that because they bring me to places, and some aren't, but like, I like that about them. What did you think of the movie? Oh my god, what movie are you talking about? Perfect for Paroli. What? Why is the message is being retracted, y'all? Okay, don't delete your messages before I see it. Tony, I haven't watched it yet. I don't know what movie you were talking about. My birthday is coming up. Ooh, choosing between La Baguette and Galop. Madame, when is your birthday? Tell me are you let's ask this way. Are you a Gemini or Cancer? You gotta let me know. And I think you would like Fendi La Baguette. It's gorgeous. Going to do a live stream with samples soon, Mitra. Oh, awesome. Let us know. Lilith is going to delete the live stream right after she posts it. You know, maybe that's a good thing to do, you know, like, people need to be in tune. I think there's that appeal of something that is available here and now, and being mindful and present for it, rather than I'll watch it later, I'll get to it later, it's recorded, I'll get to it. Maybe something to say about that. That's something that is here and now. You experience it. It was the moment, and now it's gone. And try to keep that. I'm getting very romantic here. I do, when I am enjoying something, an interaction with someone, it might be like, even, you know, cuddling with my kids and things like that, I do try to keep a mental image of that in my mind that I can go back to in terms of the mindful or peaceful place for myself. And I think there's a value in that, rather than having something that's always available to you. So that's why it's important for me to set up moments. If I'm like setting up something to be a nice experience, it is for me very important, everything that goes into that moment, including the scent, including the lighting, including everything that goes into it. And I feel like that effort, that makes a huge difference, because that image and that the whatever happened then stays there. And there are images in my heart that's etched in there, experiences with people, experiences with places, experiences with my children, that I hold it very precious to myself. So that got very romantic there, but that's something to be said. And then, you know, like, you know, you say something at a moment in a context of a conversation, and whatever that would be, and your live audience do understand you while you're explaining that. There's also taking it out of context 10 years later in another, in another setting or things like that. So that's her choice. Okay, let's go back in here. What personality type? Oh, let me see. Okay, where am I? Oh, you're a Gemini. Ooh, there you go. I have lots of Gemini friends. What's up, y'all? Like, I have lots of Gemini friends. What's going on with that? So I'm just one of my best friends who lives in Toronto. He's a Gemini, so that's it's my another frack child. Oh no, not astrology. No, it's not astrology. It's not that. I think I just want to know how close it is her birthday. That's basically I knew. What fragrance, what personality type are you, Mitra? I am ENTP, I guess. That's no, I am INTP, like introverted thinker, something. But like my introversion is at 61% according to the scale. So sometimes I can pull out that extroverted self, but that's extroverted self is usually a show. I need my own time. Lilith is going to explain about her frags without explaining it. Do Paris Monte Carlo, maybe there's that too, right? Like, I mean, okay, RM. So there's this concept of, like me, I read the notes of the fragrance, reading the story of the fragrance. There's also an art in explaining a fragrance through a story. I like to do that. I like to be able to kind of let my mind calm down and get to the place where I can draw a picture for you and what the picture would smell like. I have done it with few fragrances. Actually, somebody who owns a brand asked me to do a picture that depicts their fragrances, like, and conveys the emotion of the fragrance, which I found like, oh my god, this may be my calling. Like, I spent so much time on it. They didn't end up using it or whatever, which is fine, but I really enjoyed that, and there's an art into that, and people like that. Do Paris Monte Carlo have any good scents? Yes, Paris Monte Carlo has lots of good scents. If you have not tried Ylang Nosy Bay, Patchouli Nosy Bay in extract format, you need to get that. I quite like ambergris, even though it's just a regular ambergris, but I like it. It's quite addictive. Patchouli essence is very nice from Paris Monte Carlo. Cacao Aztec and vanilla something wasn't, meh. It wasn't really my cup of tea, but they have some very nice scents. RN, I'm a fraud. Not really. Do you have any favorites, Dushan? Oh, okay. Try the extract of rose type. Okay, yes, that could be nice, but I'm not really a rose person. Carl, I also like Bois Dude, and I hear Gemini. I think I have to Google AI. Yes. Going to be hard to try extract, I think, Dushan. Like extract of, no, like I think Fragrance By sometimes has the extracts, like they had Osmante too, and I liked the Osmanthus one, but it wasn't like complex or anything. Like, it wasn't my cup of tea, so I didn't get that one. Yeah, introverted, intuitive, thinking and perceiving. Yeah, that is yours truly. I don't know if you guys, where are you guys? What's the majority of the personality type here? Because I know a while ago we did that in the Discord. Are they also good in EDP format? They are very good in EDP format, even in Essence format. So it comes in EDP and Essence, and they are still good in that format. But for the intensity purposes, I like the Patchouli extrait and Ylang Nosy Bay extrait, but they are also very good in EDP. They are cheap here. Some days I am INFJ. I do the quiz every now and then, and it changes the type, but I and N for sure. Yes, INTP. There we go. Yeah, I think it's the you know, and there's like, I know I try to do it, and I try to like, that's my problem also, because I feel like when when I don't communicate with people, and I'm kind of, I'm silent, I'm not asking how are you doing, because usually I am the one who will start conversations and reach out to friends and how are you doing, how's this going, and I like doing that for people. But when I don't do it, it gets into my head. I feel like people might get upset, but what if they need help, but what if, but I really need to preserve my own sanity, because silence for me, it's essential. And going to that place and being silent, even though initially it doesn't feel good at all, at the end of it, like when it's like 3-4 days of it, I feel really good. And then I feel like I am now kind of reset mentally, and I need that. The real question is, who are you on the Harry Potter quiz? Oh, is there a Harry Potter quiz? ENTP T. Oh, it's ENTP, same as yours, but extroverted. Yeah, and like it's I think that could change after a while. Like when you do a test again, as Lily said, that might end up changing. On the Harry Potter quiz, who I would be in the Harry Potter quiz. But who was the girl with the curly hair? That could be probably me. I read Harry Potter like a few years ago, but can't remember. Sirius Black. Who are you, Tony? You already knew this, Karen. I wish I got Sirius Black. I got Hermione. Yeah, that's probably me, Hermione. Yes, that's absolutely me. The pot erasing the memory. What? I never had pot. I've never had pot in my life, so I don't know. I'm actually, for shits and giggles and research purposes, I am curious how it would be like, but what something tells me I will absolutely hate it, because I don't like to be, I think, and people with anxiety prone, I usually get paranoid on pot, so that's kind of scares me. Neville the nerdy kid, okay. The pot comment was for Karen. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I mean, where I come from, like, alcohol, it's illegal in Iran, illegal to drink or whatever, and there's no bars or whatnot, but a lot of people drink, like, it's available. And it's not a big of an issue, really, alcohol, but any sort of drugs, when I was growing up, like any sort of, like, it wasn't pot, but it was hashish a lot in Iran, so there was hashish, and like traditionally it's opium, right? And that is seen really bad and taboo, like people, just families, like just leave the people, and really, really bad, even for men, but more so for women. And it is just not seen well, and it just, even the idea of my teenager experimenting with it terrifies me. And I'm like, okay, I got it, I live here, not there, but I have to be a little bit open-minded. But it still kind of terrifies me, especially that professionally I know what it can do. So it's kind of a little spot. However, ridiculously, like, I have no problems with smoking shisha once in a while, even though I know what it can do to your lungs. But I don't smoke it like on a daily basis, like maybe every couple of weeks it would be a shisha night, but that was about it. INTP is Hermione. Really? Oh wow, that's funny. Like, that's funny how I knew that. I know it's Hermione, Tony, RN. Oh, it's very interesting. Yeah, so that would be me. Was it her that she had the curly hair, and right? Was it her? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But when I was reading the book, I felt like she was a goody two shoes, like I was. Oh, you got ENTP, Mitra. No. You know what? I went and I redid the test after our Discord conversation, and it was when I needed my peace and silence when I did the test, and it came across as INTP, so I know I am. I was asking how anyone knew about the Harry Potter quiz I posted last year. Oh, any How Tony knew? She's like, Tony has gone through, maybe Tony is Bilbo. Do we know that? Who is Mitra? Mitra is in denial, but she's an extrovert. No, I'm not. All right, I'm not. And you do not want to see me when I'm an introvert. That's why I don't reach out, I don't talk, and I just kind of like, I'm in my prickly phase. She was serious black, Tony. She isn't anymore. Alright, yes, I agree. I honestly, like Nina, no. If you live with me for long enough, you would know. It's, it actually causes me a lot of stress when I do like big events, and I often do talks, lectures, big events, and things like that, and like I feel like the whole life got out of me, and it's a lot of energy that gets, and I need my time to myself afterwards, and just like not. And I always used to be homebody. Like even when I was little, I liked my home rather than like being out and about. Really, I like really grew up shy. So maybe she's extrovert with the people she knows. That's a good point. I am extrovert with people that I am comfortable with. Like, so, you know, I could be silly. I could be like making like silly jokes or whatever, but a lot of people at workplace know me very serious, like very serious. And like, I don't know, for whatever reason, they are kind of like, let's not mess with her. But I can joke. I could be silly, like whatever, but in a different time or different life place. I don't know. At 20, isn't that introverted, RN? Maybe. Well, I guess so. Yeah, that would be an introvert. Like if, I mean, sometimes introverts are even not really initiate things, even with their close circle. But I am not like that, and I'm not. I'm always, and this is something about me. I think I cope ever since I was little. Like I've coped with everything with humor, right? Like that's my thing, just to be funny and just laugh at it, because realistically, if you had gone through my childhood where there was a recent revolution, there was, my dad was in prison for 3 years somewhere, and we didn't communicate. Like he was working outside the country. There was a war. I was born in war. Our houses were being bombarded. At some point, I stopped going to school because the schools were in danger. Really, the only thing left of coping is just making a joke out of it. And that was my life, pretty much. And I still do that, and I notice that sometimes I'm like, I do it to excess. And sometimes that people get bothered by it. That's called laziness, Lilith, not introversion. I think it comes down to whether you are more energized or drained by being around others and social situations. Yes. So I do get certain social settings I would not attend. So where I am supposed to be someone else that I am not, outside my work, like where I am supposed to be that the same picture that I am at work, like a quite professional, put together, like not really like being silly or anything. I don't like to go because that's not me. And in those places, I generally stay quiet and I'm not really doing anything, but that doesn't feel like me. So those situations definitely are draining. And then there would be, you know, going out with my friends where I could be silly and do whatever. And that's, that I enjoy, but to moderation. So if I do that, let's say, like every day for a week straight, definitely there will be a period that I'm not gonna have to, I just can't do it day in, day out. And I can't, I need my alone time. And this is the most challenging things with my kids, because I often do not have any alone time. My kids are, my little one is infatuated with me. And as a matter of fact, he told me he's gonna marry me when he grows up the other day. And I was like, that's the Oedipus complex for you. And they love spending time with us. So, you know, I don't have any alone time with when they are around. And then when they go to bed, it's like 9:30 at night. I'm like just done, right? So I need that. Part of me reason like taking a break, going on these trips and stuff alone is just because of that. Lily, you are not Rich Mitch. Okay. All right. I think Lily has hair. No, Lily is Lily, yes. You just need a white monster energy for that Lilith. Oh, thank you, Alicia. Hi, Alicia. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, Alicia. Can I play chess with your kids? Uh, so my oldest one likes to play chess when he is absolutely exhausted. He has, his body has to, you know, maybe 6 7 hours of soccer, and then he will sit down to play chess, and he does well. Otherwise he will get impatient and move, and my little one does not like losing, so it's not going to happen. So I like chess, actually. I think chess is an interesting game, even though like my dad taught me chess, and I like that kind of strategy game. I'm not really good at it, but I like the strategy game. Can they have candy too? They have lots of candies. Is there a way to play chess on Discord? I think there is. I think you can play in one of those games. There's probably a place to play that. Dushan has a white man. Guys, come on. Not yet waffle. Okay. Yeah. Let's not joke about that, guys. It's just I was reading some very disturbing news this morning about child abduction and all those things and abuse, and I'm like, let's not get that, because I don't want to go down that slippery slope of being worried about anything and everything. Let's talk about the fragrances that you are excited about, you have tried. Let me know what you have you come across a lilac fragrance that you like. Any florals that you don't like. Electrolytes for the yes, I have a problem with not drinking enough water. I just can't handle water, so I not that I can't handle, I just don't like it. So the motivation for me is to have some electrolytes, because I do poorly with water intake, so I try to get some electrolytes. And myself, what do you mean? Why I sell myself? I've never tried that one. I don't know what that smells like at all. I know they're probably coming with the parfum version and stuff like that. I also want to do, I'm gonna do a new releases of 2025 with a friend of mine who lives in Toronto, and we're gonna do a live with that. Have you tried lemon juice in water? Yeah. It is nice. I like it occasionally, but I'm not gonna drink lemon juice in water for like a gallon of it a day. I feel like that's not even good for your stomach, like really. What florals don't you like? Yes. Yes. No, what florals don't you like? Oh. Come on. I think the floral notes that I can't handle are, I am warming up to jasmine, I'm warming up to rose in certain kind of like composition, but I'm still having a hard time with narcissus, with tuberose. What else it would be there? Hyacinth. I think hyacinth makes it really vintage for me, and in a way that it reminds me of not very pleasant memories, so I don't like that at all. I can handle tuberose except which, what is JDB? I don't know what that is. My favorite lilac is long discontinued, Stila Cream Bouquet. Oh, I didn't know Stila had fragrances, to be honest. Rich doesn't like Lily either. Oh, come on. Are you baiting for Rich to come and say, I like Lily? Lily? Really? Really? It's okay. Rich is currently sleeping because, you know, his sister has been talking for almost an hour. Like, can you imagine? He's like probably in some sort of fairyland sleeping. Jardin de Bagatelle. Oh, I actually like Jardin de Bagatelle. It's absolutely beautiful. No, no, it's true. Oh my God, y'all. Rich woke up. See, Lily, Rich likes you so much that even though I have been talking for an hour, he hasn't fallen asleep. You know? That if that doesn't tell you about how much he likes you, I don't know what will, right? It's totally indicating. Rich is shaking. Rich is shaking. Why Rich is shaking? What is going on? What is going on? Something going on behind the scenes that I'm not aware of. I am also in a very big selling mood. However, I'm gonna confess, there are fragrances that I bought and sprayed like on a tester strip or on my hand or whatever and never sprayed it again. I'm kind of like, I just want to sell them. Like if I haven't reached out to them, then why do I even keep them? But then a part of me is kind of like, but you haven't tried it on the skin. What if you try and you really like it? There is that. Sell, sell, sell to buy, buy, buy. Yes, 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 yes. That is true. This market is so bad too, right? Like to be honest, it's kind of like, and especially out of Canada, it's becoming more and more complicated, like in terms of sending out anything, because you know, supposedly you're not supposed to send anything like fragrances with Canada Post, and UPS is sometimes becomes a little bit of a pain in the ass. So I don't know, just want to purge. I just want to purge, and I know if I purge I will feel better, so I may end up doing that sometime soon. You may see some stuff coming out. My problem is I always find myself into fragrances. I buy the fragrances and then I try to sell them, and then those fragrances at the time that I'm selling them, nobody knows about them and nobody wants them, and I just drop the price to like dirt cheap, and then like 2 years later everybody and their dog is looking for that fragrance, and I'm like, the fuck. Glad to make it for a stream with the lilacs. Yes, yes, yes. What was the last movie you remember watching, Mitra? This is bad. I think I went to a Star Wars movie. Probably not the last one coming out. I don't know which one was it. Well, that's a huge dragonfly. But let me just see if I can show it to you guys. But I don't. Oops. Let's see. Oh, it's gone. I don't remember. To be honest, I don't remember. Do you have any sell regrets? I don't like florals. They always go weird on my skin. The only brand I've had success with is Chanel. Yes, yes, yes. That was like 8 years ago. Absolutely. Do you have any sell regrets? No, because I ended up buying them back. So that was the Dolce & Gabbana Velvet Amber Sun, and I ended up buying it back because I couldn't handle. I wanted it, so I got it back. Nobody watches movies anymore. I watch movies, Karen. Tony watches movies, but I really liked actually your name reminds me of the Game of Thrones. I really like Game of Thrones. I was really into it, but then I don't know. I haven't seen anything like it since that kind of grabbed my attention. There's also this problem with attention span, right? Like it's really hard to sit for anything for that long. One of your hobbies probably laying on the couch. Maybe not. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, liking the stream. Like the stream if you haven't. Subscribe, all those nice things. And let me know what you want to hear from me, what kind of perfumes you want me to talk about, or you want me not to talk about anything, and we shall go from there. Okay, love you all. Bye.